Now, I saw a TV ad about a character called Vuyo. And before I tell you what happened and tell you my story, ever since I could remember, my mother always said to me, don't be an also-ran in life. Don't make up the numbers. You know, in a marathon, there's 5,000 people who enter, but the 4,999, those guys are just legitimizing the winner. And I remember thinking to myself, lay off me, woman, I'm only 3 years old. And the truth is, that sense of purpose has always stayed with me. So for as long as I can remember, I've always wanted to change the world, at least make a mark on it. Then one day, I saw this TV ad about a character called Vuyo, who starts off a Boerewors cart on the side of the road, and he builds this multi-billion rand empire. And he even has an aeroplane called Air Force One, for crying out loud. And I was thinking, I wonder if this is based on a true story. I wonder if a Vuyo actually exists. I mean, we live in a country, as you know, we're surrounded often by negative stories. But here it was, this character making it happen with limited resources. And I did what the next best thing I could do. I Googled, only to find out there was no Vuyo. And from that moment onwards, I seriously trademarked the brand. And as you can see, I became Vuyo. It's so sad, even my mom calls me Vuyo now. But, you know, that was so cool. I mean, once we started, there was a media avalanche, and we were doing all such cool stuff. And in fact, one of the cool highlights was when this blonde lady came up to me and says, "You Vuyo, right?" I go, "Yeah." And she says, "Sign my boob." I was like, "Yay, rock star." But unfortunately, we weren't really changing the world. You know, it was cool. It had perks. No pun intended. Actually intended. But we weren't really changing the world. And the nice thing about our business model is that from a Vuyo's, I mean, we started with Boerewors carts, and now we've got food trucks and restaurants. But the cool part was, living in a country where 50% of our youth is unemployed, 60% of which are women, it was like, eureka. I mean, it was a natural resource for us. It wasn't like a sad story. We saw that as an opportunity. Because our business model with a food cart or a truck, it's not like, in fact, it's like a lemonade stand. You can teach anybody to do it. All we want is a positive attitude, and we bring you into our business. And in fact, I always joke, I said the Greeks did it best. They started with corner cafes, and now they own all the shopping malls. So we typically get an email from a guy who says, "Listen, I see what Vuyo is doing. I'm selling burrito rolls on the side of the road or at a school. Can I become part of the team?" And we bring him in, and we clean them up, and basically work with them and skill them. And as I've said, the most important thing we work with is attitude beyond everything else. Because with a great attitude, you can train someone. That's pretty much what we do. And this is our food truck. As you can see, those guys were not waiting to vote. They're waiting in line to buy a 40 Rand Boerewors roll. Yes, I'm that oak, black dude who's selling Boerewors for 40 Rands in South Africa. Go figure. We're not complaining. We're totally enjoying that. So, just so that you know what we do sell, we sell gourmet burrito rolls, okay? I often say we rock the roll. You know, in fact, that's actually how we roll. And often, as now is happening with the rolling blackouts, all we do now is do a roll in a blackout. But in truth, what our passion is, it is about making South African food globally relevant. No different than Chinese, Italian. Have you ever wondered why those food categories have monopolized the world? It's because, firstly, you get your people to love your food first. So what our mission is as Vuyo's is to get South Africans, firstly, loving our food. Okay, it's 20 years into our democracy. Isn't it sad that wherever you look, it's all these global brands coming in? So idiots like me, we start a business and we bulletproof it so that we can make it possible that other entrepreneurs can come in. But most franchise business end up disenfranchising future or potential business or entrepreneurs because the cost to come in is almost a gatekeeper. So our business model is to say, let's turn it all on its head. Let's make it possible that a Sipho or a Tamba, a guy who's got no chance to start his own business, let's make it simpler and let's remove the barriers of entry. Hi, everybody. I'm Khubeka. I hope you enjoyed my talk. Thank you.